Anyway, this is Operations Officer Hannah Osborne, also known as Windfall, your friendly neighborhood spook in Seattle. Anyway, the president is coming to town tomorrow evening. I'll be here overnight somewhere in some private residence. And I guess on the 25th he'll be hanging out with the peoples here. I guess, I don't know. The schedule is murky. Well, that's good because you don't want to give out too much information. So anyway, the systems of controls, or control, and the color-coded signals have changed. It's a comm change. And so it was like, you know, the traditional red, yellow, green. Now it's seems to be, I mean, in this order. Blue, that's the first signal, that's the start, and then green, no, let's see, blue, purple, and then green. Green is being last. So, yeah, I think that's how it works. But that's just my observation at this time. They could change it instantaneously. They might have like any number of signal systems ready to go. You know, like during the moratorium, 1970, for instance, you know, the protesters, you know, in Washington, D.C. were all milling around. They actually suspended, they have this right of habeas corpus. And they suspended it because there was such a massive number of arrests. They couldn't actually keep all these people in jail in the normal way, so they had to do mass arrests. They used like little nylon ties. They still have around, to kind of, instead of handcuffs, because they didn't have enough handcuffs. They were arresting these people right and left. John Mitchell, the Attorney General, who famously was fired by Nixon, authorized it. Anyway, they had this Friday night massacre, you know, when basically Nixon fired everybody. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So the same kind of phenomena occurs in a smaller scale, but more broadly evident. Like most of this shit was happening in Washington, D.C. This was a nexus of the protest movement, that in San Francisco. But nowadays it's all over the place. I mean, you name it. And anyway, and the protesters are very smart because, you know, they had like, hey, we don't want to get arrested. We want to evade the cops. We want to hide from them. We want to do our stuff and bash windows and mug people and whatever we want to do. We don't want to get arrested right away anyway. So they had a system of controls, signalers, you know, like traffic cops, except they weren't like actually traffic cops. They were controls. They were, you know, and what would happen is they use CB radios too. Now they have all kinds of technology, but the technology is of course compromised by the National Security Agency because they've got in the back door. So now they use the old traditional ways, hand signals, you know, scribbles on the sidewalk, you know, pieces of crap they lay in a certain way. I mean, any number of things. But mostly they have one central control, at least I can see, and this one signal system, which has changed periodically. So I figure, you know, they're going to try to disrupt the president's visit, embarrass him, and not do worse. I mean, that's their plan. The real meat and potatoes is trying to get the police to overreact and cause you know, literally a disaster in the making. And when they do that, then of course they have what they want. They might even try something like, they might try some heroic, you know, let's just charge the hotel that the president's in and try to drag him out and hog time or something. I don't know. Lynching maybe. You never know what they're going to do because there's no limits for these people. You know, like the Joker, when Batman, you know basically that's one thing Batman would say about the Joker. he had no limits. And that's basically true here. They have no limits. I mean, there's nothing they won't resort to. I mean, given the opportunity, they'd burn the planet down. Because I thought about doing that myself, but the Lord told me I can't do that. She said, you can't do that right now. Hi. I know I'm spooking myself. So, that being said, I don't know. I do what I have to do. I am what I am, and that's all what I am. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Actually, I'm a girl. Do I look girlish? Look at my mouth. I have bad teeth, huh? Do I need my tonsils out? Oh, I think I already got my tonsils out. Oh, well.